Hello and welcome to another episode of my Mounjaro journey, the Mon journey, as I've been calling it, even though I don't like that word because I made it up and it sounds silly. I'm just going to keep saying it though, probably. So I am on the third injection on the 5 milligrams. So, started Mounjaro almost 2 months ago. Started on 2.5 milligrams on taking four injections on the 2.5 milligrams, and now it's moved up to 5, and I'm in my second month, so I'm going to be taking 4 of the 5 milligrams, and that is that's the sort of next dose up, and then I can either potentially stay on the 5 moving forward for a little while, or I can go up to the next dosage and then up and then up and up and up and up and up and up. I have a lot to speak about today. I want to talk about my week that I've just had. My third injection on the 5 milligrams. I obviously want to talk about what a lot of people are talking about at the moment, which is the Mounjaro price increase in the UK. Which is going to be starting very soon. I want to talk about that. And then, of course, I just want to speak about the weighing scales and if I've lost any weight, if I've gained any weight, or if I've maintained any weight. So let's just get right into it. So like I said, I've took my third injection of the 5 milligrams, and this was, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be interested to know, possibly the first week out of the past, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks that I have experienced side effects. Now, I could just have been sick, I guess. I could have just caught a normal bug or been sick in some sense, but I had a horrible stomach this week. I had to take a day off work. I was just in and out of the bathroom. Too much, I'm going to give you too much information, basically. I could not get off the toilet. My stomach was like cramping. It was really hurting. And I was just feeling exhausted from it, I guess. I was probably a little bit dehydrated from the amount I was going to the toilet. And it was just a horrible day or two, but it lasted about a day or two, and then I was okay. But yeah, I was just feeling ill. I couldn't get comfortable. My stomach was kind of hurting. I had to keep going to the toilet, and like I say, they do kind of tell you the potential side effects of Mounjaro and having diarrhea and stuff, and some sort of stomach cramps is one of the side effects. So I was thinking, okay, I'm experiencing the side effects, but it is a bit weird that I never experienced the side effects before, never on the 2.5 milligrams throughout the 4 injections, and then the last 2 injections of Mounjaro on 5 milligrams, I didn't experience any kind of side effects. But yeah, on the 3rd injection, I had side effects. I was just feeling very bad. So I took the injection on the Monday. The Tuesday night is when they really started for some reason. And then Wednesday I had to take a day off work. I was just feeling really bad. But yeah, I got better after a day or two and was absolutely back to normal. I was eating my prepared meals that I do every week. I wasn't really cheating on my diet at all. My brother came to stay up. My little brother came to stay up with me. So I had like extra naughty foods in the house because I was, hosting. I was hosting for my brother. And my little sister's here with me now as well. So I've got extra sort of naughty foods in the house, but I wasn't feeling too tempted to sort of binge on them, or, I think I had a biscuit or two, but a biscuit or cookie for Americans. But yeah, I just, again, like the Mounjaro was Mounjaroing very, very well. I was not feeling like the cravings and the moorishness of eating these naughty foods at all. I just, it got to my normal cheat day, which is always a Sunday. And yeah, I didn't overdo it. Didn't even feel like overdoing. I was kind of just full, if I'm honest with you, always feeling full. And they're both staying for a whole other week, so it's a whole other week of me eating my sort of one meal a day, not even being able to finish it. Like I've got it right here, and I just haven't even been able to finish it. It's in my bowl right now, and I've still got some left. I'm just full, I can't get through my one meal a day. I've adjusted the calories that I'm having in the meal to make it a little bit less because, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, I didn't lose any weight. I just maintained, which might have been because I needed to adjust my diet as I was losing weight, because I met my friend, my housemate, my wonderful friend. She made this plan for me, but it was based on my original weight, which was 125 kilograms. So I was 125 kilograms at the very beginning of this journey, and so she made a diet based on that weight. Now that I dropped a lot of weight over the past 7 weeks, I guess it needed to be adjusted. It needed to be less. So she adjusted it for me, and my next batch of cooking is taking that into account. It looks roughly the same size though. I'm not massive on calorie counting. It's not my vibe. I'm not massive on weighing myself loads. I don't enjoy that. I don't even particularly enjoy caring about that too much. But, I do my meal prep, so I only have to care about it once a week. I just care about the calories and stuff just once a week, but then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week, basically. I don't have to think about it. It's there, prepped. So next... So that was my last week. It was what it was. I was either sick or I felt the side effects. That's just the way life is sometimes. I moved forward. And then on the week coming, like I say, my brother and sister are still here. There's still temptations around the house, but they're not tempting me at all at the moment. But yeah, so let's talk about the Mounjaro price increase. This is on a lot of people's minds at the moment. And I guess it's going to be very, very worrying for a lot of people, because at the moment, a lot of people, the price for Mounjaro is quite expensive, and it's going to price some people out, that's for sure. So the way that I'm going to kind of explain it in the sort of layman terms that I guess that I can understand it. So who creates Mounjaro? Who invented it? Who made it? What company are we talking about? We're talking about Eli Lilly. Now, that, I believe, is an American company. So the way that it works is, often with these drugs, you create a formula, you spend millions and millions and millions of dollars researching, trial and error, all these different things, and then you find a drug that is approved and safe to be sold to the public. But the company, like Lilly, they've spent millions doing this, right? So they've now got the opportunity to recoup that money back, and they've got to do it within a certain time frame, because I think they can only patent the drug for a certain time frame, and after the patent time frame is over, basically anybody will be able to start producing their own versions of Mounjaro, producing the mixture of ingredients and drugs that are in this drug. So they've got to make their money back, basically. So around the world, wherever they sell this, it is quite expensive, because, like I say, they've only got this time period to patent it for like 10 years. Let's just say 10 years. I don't know. It's probably more than 10 years, but let's say it's 10 years before every Tom, Dick and Harry's allowed to sort of sell their own version of it. So they're selling it, and they've got to sell it at quite a high rate, quite a high price tag, because, well, they need to recoup that money back. Not only to make back the money that they've spent, but also to help fund future research and future projects. So that's just sort of the way the pharmaceutical industry works, But if they sell it at that price in countries like the UK, they'll only get, a few customers. But if they sell it to the UK at a lower price, they'll suddenly have access. They'll suddenly be available. They'll be at a price range that NHS will find available, the National Healthcare System in the UK. So the NHS will obviously purchase in bulk from Eli Lilly and be able to give to the NHS customers for free. Well, not for free, we pay national insurance, but essentially it feels like it's for free. So the NHS kind of forces Eli Lilly to sort of lower the price in the UK, so that when UK buys it, when companies from the UK buy it, or when the NHS buy it, it's affordable. So the NHS, what's good for Eli Lilly is that having access to the NHS means they've got access to NHS's sort of database of basically every single person in the UK. They're able to get it, and the NHS will buy it for them. So Eli Lilly will be selling loads more in the UK precisely because of the NHS, and then all the other private companies will also be able to take advantage of that low price range. Now, I get mine from Boots, and it's around about the £250 range-ish. But that's just what the price is in the UK, and that's way cheaper than other European countries, way cheaper than America, which is Eli what they called Eli Lilly's home country, basically. Now, they're getting some pressure from the US government, Trump, who isn't a fan of the fact that Eli Lilly is the product that Eli Lilly is selling is way cheaper for people, let's say in the UK, than it is for their own country, their own citizens who could be using Mounjaro aren't able to afford it because it's way more expensive. Of course, America doesn't have, or USA doesn't have an NHS, so there's nothing there to sort of drive that price down. People just have to put their hand in their pockets and buy it from their own money, you know. So what they're doing is, I think they're putting some pressures on Eli Lilly, maybe taxing, maybe some tariffs of some sort, which means that when Eli Lilly sell to the UK, they'll either be taxed or tariffed or whatever it's called. They'll be charged, basically, which means they won't be recouping the money that they need to. So because of this, and because of just wanting to put the price at the same rate that it is in like the rest of Europe and stuff, they're having to increase it. That's just the way that it is. So what are these increases? They haven't given an exact price. Like, I don't know how much Boots is going to charge me, for example. But we've got a rough idea. So one moment, I've got some. So here we go. So it's from the 1st of September. So the price of Mounjaro, tirzepatide, will rise. So at the moment, Mounjaro, I guess, sell their highest dose, which I believe is like, what is it, like 15 milligrams? So their highest dose, at the moment, they sell it for £122 to the NHS and to pharmaceutical companies in the UK. And then pharmaceutical companies have to make a profit as well, so they sell it for a bit higher than that. So it's going from £122 up to £330 per month for the highest dose. So that's 170% increase. Now, the lower doses, they're going to be increasing as well, but they'll be less. For example, the 5 milligram, which I'm on now, may go from around £92, which they're selling to pharmaceutical companies, up to £180 is what they're going to potentially sell my dose to pharmaceutical companies. So they're selling it for £180 to pharmaceutical companies. Who knows what Boots is going to charge me for it? We don't know. Obviously, all the pharmaceutical companies, NHS, they're all making their own deals now with Eli Lilly, and they're trying to find a way for this to cause as little impact as possible, but it's going to cause impact. It's going to price a bunch of people out. I don't know if it's going to price me out or not. My stepdad, the kind and wonderful man that he is, helps me with these. He buys them for me, which is incredible, really, really life changing. But yeah, who knows if I'm going to be able to continue having it in the future? We don't know. We don't know how much Boots is going to charge us, basically. So I guess we're just going to have to see. But yeah, that's basically it. I've got opinions on it. I understand a little bit, but at the same time, it's like really frustrating that a lot of people have had access to it and now suddenly they're not going to be able to have access to it. So we're just going to see what the future brings. I'm going to keep you updated with that. It's, I guess it's interesting, at least. Very interesting. I'm hoping that being on it for as long as I am, I'm going to be able to afford I've already bought my next dose. So my next dose is still 5 milligrams. I'm going to keep it at 5 milligrams. Because I experienced the side effects. I'm like, I don't want to go up just in case those side effects get worse. I'm going to stick on 5 milligrams. So I've bought my next dose. So I've got a whole other 4 weeks before I need to worry about the payment, I guess. But yeah, like I say, that is just what it is at this time. So I'm going to quickly show you what I'm going to be eating next week because, of course, I've prepped my meal. It is a delicious looking bit of food, I have to say. So here we go. I'm cutting some chicken thighs, just cutting them into some nice chunks. That's my housemate sitting in the background. You can see her. She doesn't really want to be on camera, so try ignore her. So yeah, cutting up my chicken. I'm using a bunch of spices, Cajun seasoning, parsley, and obviously my chili flakes that I love. Mix it all in, just really sort of marinate that chicken, make sure it's all a different color and delicious. Put it in a frying pan, just start frying it until it's cooked really, and a nice flavor. We've got the macaroni, which I'm boiling in the pan, and then I'm doing some cheese. This is light cream cheese mixed with some light milk and some more seasoning. And of course I've added some mozzarella and cheddar. And I just stir until it's this nice, thick, loopy deliciousness. And the chicken is looking like delicious, sort of browny, nice color. And the macaroni, I throw that into the cheese, mix it all in until it's all covered and mixed up, and it looks like great mac and cheese, really. Put it in these bowls with the chicken, a little bit more parsley on top, and there you have it. That's my food for the whole week. And then, of course, I'll be eating my snacks throughout the day, which is going to be rice cakes again because I'm sick and tired of those crusty ass Ryvitas. I do not recommend Ryvitas, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. So what has the weighing scales seen in terms of impact over the past week? Feeling the side effects, still dieting, exercising as much as I possibly can. I've lost a little bit of weight. So at the end of week 6, I was 111 kilograms. So that's the end of week 6. And as you know, I started week 1 at 125 kilograms. So the end of week 6, I was 111 kilograms. So now I'm just getting it up on my phone. So now I am 109 kilograms. So I lost 2 kilograms in the past week. What is this in pounds and in stone? I always forget to sort of, what was it called? Translate these into the right. That's the wrong word, but I'm going to use the word translate. I always forget to convert. That's the word I'm thinking of. Convert them into pounds and stone. Let me see if I can just quickly do this now. So 109 kilograms in pounds is 240.3 pounds. That's 17 stone and 2.3 pounds, which is great. Like I've almost lost freaking like 3 stone almost. So that's great. I'm doing really, really well. Really, really happy with that. We're going to carry on. Hopefully I have a bit more information, a bit more news about the price increases next week. But Guys, let me know if you know anything more about the price increases. Let me know if I've got anything wrong. Let me know anything you might have in terms of suggestions for diets and exercise. I want to know as much as possible. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments below. Smash that bell and that like button and that subscribe button. And I love you guys. I love every last bleeding one of you.